Next week on Emmerdale, Wendy's past is explored as Shush is confronted by her villainous ex. Elsewhere, Liv's alcohol story takes another dark turn, while Sarah bonds with the sister of her heart donor. Here's a full collection of 12 big moments coming up. 1. Wendy discovers her abusive ex-husband is back. Wendy receives a nasty shock when her villainous ex-husband Russ turns up on her doorstep. Russ has arrived in the village because he's unhappy over his late mother's will, which leaves everything to Victoria's baby son Harry. Russ demands Wendy's help with getting his inheritance back, and refuses to leave until he has got what he wants. 2. Wendy is bullied into helping Russ. Aware of Russ' criminal past and what he's capable of, Wendy feels bullied into going along with his lies. She introduces Russ to Victoria as Harry's grandfather, explaining that he wants to be part of their lives. Victoria is taken aback by Russ' arrival, but is won over by his charming nature, especially when Wendy reluctantly backs him up. 3. Russ gives Wendy a strict deadline. Wendy promises Russ that she'll make sure he gets his money if he allows her some time to think of a solution. Russ has no patience for this and warns that Wendy and Victoria will both face the consequences if he's not paid quickly. While everyone else is around, Russ plays the doting grandfather to Harry, as well as offering up sob stories about his lack of money. 4. Sarah bonds with her donor's sister. Sarah's attempt to reach out to the family of her heart donor hasn't gone well. As she regrets her actions, Sarah asks Lydia not to tell anyone else what happened. Later, Chloe, the donor's sister, arrives in the village and Sarah apologizes for crossing the line. Chloe warms towards Sarah and agrees to share some details about her late sister Gemma, whose heart was donated to Sarah. When Sarah confirms that Shush is ready to hear the details, Chloe shares them with her and also shows her a photo. 5. Sarah starts to lie about Chloe. After the meeting, Sarah tells Lydia that she now plans to move on and won't be seeing Chloe again. However, she soon does the opposite by texting Chloe to arrange another meeting. Sarah also lies to Noah, who's curious about what Shush is up to. When Sarah next sees Chloe, Shush is touched as her new friend gives her a diamond bracelet that once belonged to Gemma. Noah watches the encounter and realizes that Sarah has been lying about what Shush is doing. 6. Liv starts drinking again. Liv struggles to stay sober, especially as Aaron and Vinny keep making references to the tough battle Shush is facing. Feeling suffocated by their support, Liv breaks down in front of Laurel and receives some advice from her. Later, Liv crumbles under the pressure and gives in to temptation by drinking lager. 7. Liv experiences traumatizing flashbacks. When Liv wakes up the next morning, she has bruises on her arms and is unsure of exactly what happened the night before. After some disorientating flashbacks, Liv can remember struggling with Noah. Liv confides in Gabby, who's concerned after her own unsettling encounters with Noah. Gabby suggests to Liv that Noah could have raped her. Aaron overhears this conversation and heads off to confront Noah. He then urges Liv to report Noah to the police. Charity isn't sure that Noah is guilty and starts doing some digging of her own to find out what happened. 8. Charity receives some upsetting news. Tracy returns to the village following some time away staying with Vanessa. Tracy brings back the news that Vanessa has got a new girlfriend, leaving Charity upset when she overhears. 9. Mina makes suspicious plans with Victoria. Mina asks Victoria to hang out with her, suggesting a girls' day out. She promises David that she'll take good care of Victoria when they spend the day together, but there's a sinister undertone to her words. Victoria isn't overly keen to get friendly with Mina and hopes to get out of the forced fun, but could Mina be hard to shake off? 10. Nate proposes to Tracy. Nate proposes to Tracy upon her return to the village, but her reaction is one of shock rather than joy. Tracy also continues to struggle with her anxiety over looking after Frankie alone. During one difficult moment when Frankie won't stop crying, Tracy snaps and takes her emotions out on the baby Jim, before breaking down in tears. 11. Ryan enters the criminal world. Charity has recently been concerned about the possibility of Ryan getting involved in criminal activity, and it looks like she was right to be worried. Ryan gets up to no good by selling some illegal merchandise, but he may be playing with fire. 12. Ethan worries. Ethan's recent date saw him decide that he had nothing in common with newcomer Eddie, but they decided not to waste the evening and headed off for a one-night stand. In new scenes, Ethan has reason to worry when the night of passion comes back to haunt him, but why?